Good morning, y'all. I got time for a really quick project. I've got to pick my son up for a doctor's appointment. So I thought I would go ahead and get my carrots put into the raised bed in the front yard. I went ahead and prepped that bed yesterday so that I could move this really quickly. Just going to be planting 4 different types of carrots in that bed. And hopefully I'll have enough time that I can start cleaning out the side bed, just ripping out a couple of weeds and making a pile. I'll do as much as I can. Maybe I can take about, 30 to 45 minutes before I've got to get out of here. Let's get it done. I'm going to just divide this bed into 4 sections. Not even trying to do it perfectly. I just need to separate it. And then I'm going to seed this pretty heavy. We use carrots quite a bit, but I don't want to end up with more carrots than I can get rid of. So I'm going to start carrots in a couple of different places and just kind of space them out a little bit. We're just now getting into carrot planting time here. Fall is our big season. In this bed, I did the Miracle-Gro organic raised bed mix. I've never used this mix before. It's got quite a bit of wood in it, but it's not a heavy mix, so I think it'll be okay. But let's find out. I did amend it with some, what's the stuff called? My God, every time I start recording, I can't remember anything. I'm gonna have to prep myself before I start doing a video. Earthworm castings, that's what I'm looking for. So I did this mix and I layered in some earthworm castings. And when I finish here, I'm just gonna top it with some Garden Tone. So this first carrot, don't make me lie about how to say that. Whatever it is, it looks like it's going to taste good. That name is a little too much for me. I am going to go along the line, and I'll come back and I'll thin these after they germinate. Take some out as baby carrots, and then we'll take some out as full-size carrots. I've got another little pot just to the side, also behind the camera, that I'll probably pop a couple of carrots in. All right, so these will go here, and I've got double-sided tags so that I can keep track. I'm just going to shove this one down in the middle. And the other side is Chantenay red core carrot. So I'm going to put that one on that side. And the next one is going to be the Scarlet Mantis after that. So I'll go ahead and get that one in place. Carrots want sun, but our sun is very harsh and it gets really hot. Carrots don't like to germinate when they're too hot, so I'm sticking this pretty much in shade. The bed will get some sun as the sun moves around to the south. carrot to grow there. So like right now it's in total shade. But as the sun moves around on this other side here, it will get direct sun. I know some of these carrot seeds are falling on the ground, so I'll have some little mysteries here. That's really heavy. So a little bit more. After the scarlet, we're going to have coral. So let me just drop that one in. I don't know if I showed you the package for this one. These came from Park Seed. That is Scarlet Nancy's. And the last one is Coral. Not very many seeds in this pack of the coral compared to the other ones, so I hope that this works. I'm just going to lightly cover these up. I haven't grown carrots in a long, long time. I used to grow them when I was in Broward. Before I got married, I did quite a bit of gardening. And I used to do carrots all the time. And for some reason, I stopped doing carrots and just went to buying them. I don't know if I just figured it was easier to just buy them than to try to grow them. But I do miss growing them because they are kind of fun to harvest. Kind of like potatoes, like it's a surprise. You see all this growth above and you don't really know what you're going to get. Carrots are like that. Sometimes the biggest growth is the most underdeveloped carrot. Just gonna go in with a little bit of garden tone and make sure these guys get plenty of nutrients. I gotta water that in so that the local wildlife doesn't come by for a little snack. And just get the water on. I'm praying that these carrots germinate and are up far enough that you can see some significant growth, because I want to set one of my Christmas reindeer out and have it posing like it's eating my carrots. And let's water the garlic. I came back in and mulched this bed with pine shavings. This is animal bedding. Just regular old pine bedding from any pet store. And that is a piece of grass. It is not garlic. It's not up yet. I just need to pull that out. I'm going to go ahead and take some of these peppers. It's warmer than I thought it would be, so I'm not going to clean this bed yet, because I won't have time to go and take a shower. I'm going to just take these peppers off. This pepper is a Tabasco heirloom pepper. I am not convinced that this is the pepper that they make Tabasco sauce with, even though that's what it says. Because Tabasco sauce is not hot, and these suckers will have you on fire. As much as I love hot stuff, this really just kind of took me off guard, taking a bite of these guys. If you like a hot pepper, and you haven't found one that's hot, this one is hot. It's not the hottest pepper, but it's way hotter than you think it's going to be. I'm going to come back later and work on this bed, so I'm going to just go ahead and toss these out. These weeds will get picked up later. This is really, really dry, so I'm concentrating this heat in these peppers by keeping this so hot while it's producing. I'm sorry, not hot, so dry while it's producing, because the peppers aren't collecting enough water to cool the peppers down. So if you want your peppers to get hotter, if you're growing a hot pepper, let them dry out before you pick them. Just like hold back your water for a few days, and that heat will concentrate. And maybe that's why we're getting such hot peppers off of here. But I am not convinced. There is no way that that is the same pepper that they're making that hot sauce out of. Got a pepper here that's dry. I'm gonna break these seeds up. All right, I'm gonna get the water hose and give this guy a drink. I got a bee chasing me. I don't know why. Leave me alone, bee. Not bothering you. Leave me alone. This polka dot plant is just doing a little too much for me. There is a miniature rose in here. I'm not sure if it's got any living limbs, so I gotta be really careful going in here. Got a happy Pentos in here. I know I just said I was not going to weed this bed, but this is the problem I have when I start working in an area and I say I'm only going to do this or this or this. I turn around and before I know it, I've started another job that I shouldn't be starting, and the whole day gets away from me. But I can't do that. I think this miniature rose is dead. Not seeing any new growth on it, and it's quite crispy. Pretty sure this is dead. I'm going to try to pull it out. If it pulls out easily, I know it's dead. Yep, it's dead. Pretty sure most of my miniature roses are gone. They were struggling over here. They did well for a couple years, but then they just went on a decline, like one by one. Each one of them started to die back. And when that happened, I started paying less and less attention to them, which is probably the wrong thing to do when your plants are not doing what they're supposed to do. I can't get that right now. There's too much going on there to try to pull that chunk of grass out. So I am going to call this a done deal. Let me grab up my peppers. Gonna call it a done deal. I'm gonna take my little prize of peppers here. Grab my garden hose, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.